Hello, good morning everyone. Welcome to our GKRB online classes. So, in our previous class, we studied about what the role of constitution. In this chapter, we learned about what is the meaning of constitution. Okay, and which type of instructions the constitution gave us or gave to the government who ruled over a nation. Okay, after that the types of constitution. Okay, we have already studied or learned about three topics in this what chapter, the role of constitution. Okay, so our next topic is that why do we need a constitution? Why do we need a constitution? Okay, look at the what points that we need a constitution for making a welfare state. Okay, we need a constitution for making of a welfare state, or you can say society. Got it? Because we all are living in a society. You can term the society as what? State as well. Got it? After that, we need a constitution for an orderly society. Means a society who run over what? With the principles, with the laws. Okay, every citizens or every people of the society should obey the laws. Okay. After that, the constitution ensures the rights of people. Ensure the rights of people as well as what? Protect the life. Protect the rights of people. Okay. After that, why do we need a constitution? We need a constitution. What? Because maintain coordination between government and so why do we need a constitution? To maintain the coordination between government and citizen. That's why we need a constitution. These are the important point. Okay, we should what follow to what that we need a constitution. Okay, to ensure this type of what topic, this type of what rights or relationship, we should what need a constitution, or we have to what follow the rules or principles or regulations, laws of our constitution. Got it? After that, according to our textbook, okay, we should study about the Indian constitution, about our own constitution. Okay, when did it was made? Okay, when did it was implemented? Okay, which people were taking or played role to what made the constitution of India. Okay, shortly that 9 December 1946. Okay, listen. 9 December 1946. Okay, the framework of Indian Constitution. The framework of Indian Constitution was began. Framework. After 26 November 26 November 1949, it was what adopted by the Constituent Assembly. Adopted. Then finally, 26 January 1950. Okay. The Indian Constitution was implemented or came into effect. There is a long story about the making of Indian Constitution, okay, but we have less time, that's why I am writing this type of only dates about important dates about Indian Constitution, okay. And the Indian Constitution, the nationalist or the freedom struggler, they were played an important role to create the Indian Constitution, okay. And from 9th December 1946, okay, the Constituent Assembly or the you can say the drafting committee, okay, mostly the drafting committee was responsible for create the Indian Constitution, but the National Assembly, okay, made a base or made a foundation to create Indian Constitution. So from 9th December 1946, the framework of Indian Constitution was begun. The framework of Indian Constitution was begun by Constituent Assembly. The members of Constituent Assembly who were elected by the people, okay, they were the Constituent Assembly and they had the responsibility to create a constitution for the development for the welfare of Indian citizens. Got it? So from 9 December 1946, the framework was began, okay, by Constituent Assembly. On 26 November 1949, okay, the Indian Constitution was completed and it was adopted by Constituent Assembly. Got it? Who wrote the Indian Constitution or who wrote the principles, laws of Indian Constitution? The drafting committee. Okay, a committee was there. Okay, the members of drafting committee were wrote every principles of Indian Constitution, and the leader of drafting committee was who? Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. That's why Dr. B.R. Ambedkar is known as the father of Indian Constitution. So finally, it was adopted by Constituent Assembly on 26 November 1949. That's why this day observed as the Constitution Day in our India. Got it? After that, 26 January 1950. The Constitution of India was executed, implemented or came into effect. So that's why this day observed as Republic Day of India. Got it? This is the sword making process of Indian Constitution. Got it? So the making process of Indian Constitution, okay, it took a long period of how many? 2 years, 11 months and 18 days. Okay, it took a long time period of 2 years, 11 months and 18 days. The Constituent Assembly, the well-wishers of our India, the freedom struggler, they were set together and formed an welfare constitution for betterment of our society, for betterment of Indian citizens. So it took a lot of time to implemented to executed a time period of 2 years, 11 months and 18 days. So this is the short story of making process of Indian Constitution. Got it? After that, preamble of Indian preamble. Preamble of Indian Constitution. What is it? Okay, what is preamble of our Indian Constitution? Which was resoluted by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, our first Prime Minister. Okay, who what gave a resolution to create what preamble. Got it? So in preamble, its short story or its short essay was is created there, that the people of India having solemnly or what take promises that we make our country a socialist, democratic, secular, okay, and republic nation, as well as what that the constitution or the preamble said that the constitution would ensure the what liberty, fraternity and rights of the people. Okay, after that, in here the resolution through the preamble, the resolution would ensure the fraternity means the brotherhood, liberty means freedom of the citizens, and equality means the right to equality. In this what section, in this preamble, it clearly defined or determined. Got it? So I am what saying or reading the Indian preamble in front of you. Try to understand or try to get the points of what preamble of our constitution. That we the people of India having solemnly or take promise that resolve to constitute India into a sovereign democratic republic, and to what ensure to all its secure to all its citizens justice, social, economical and political means in political field, in what economical field, as well as in what social field, justice should be what provided to all citizens. Then liberty of thought, liberty of expression, belief, faith and worship in our nation. So the preamble constitution what ensure the what liberty of freedom, liberty of speech, liberty of expression means what freedom of speech, freedom of faith or belief. Okay, we can like freedom of faith or belief, we can choose any religion through our wish. Got it? So or we can what give any speech, or we can express our feelings to the government, to others through the Indian constitution, through the what preamble. Got it? After that, equality of status and opportunity, equality of status and opportunity, and to promote among them all means the equality. Every citizen has got what equality means equality of facility, equalities of opportunity means every citizen has the right to what get equality on basis of economic field, on basis of political field, as well as social field. Okay, in our constitution assembly, this 26th day of November 1949 do hereby adopt what enact and give to ourselves these constitutions means we totally what deserve us, totally what gave us to our constitution like a responsible citizen, and what obey every what single law, principles, regulations of Indian constitution. This is all about written in preamble. That's why preamble is known as mirror of Indian constitution, or you can say the what the soul of Indian constitution means every important things which are mentioned in constitution, okay, depth of constitution in preamble means it was created by what Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru through a resolution. In preamble every important terms of our Indian constitution, okay, these are written in preamble. Means preamble that a what a body of oath, okay, through the preamble the Indian citizens can take the oath to make India a what sovereign, democratic, secular and republic country. Got it? After that, look at the terms which are mentioned in preamble. First, socialism. Means we make India a socialist nation. Socialist nation means the citizens or the people of a nation, okay, generally we are live in a society. That's why we have to maintain good relationship with each other for a peaceful life. Okay, so the socialist means that the preamble or the citizens of India what take promises that we live in a society. That's why what we should maintain peace and prosperity in our society and make India into a socialist nation or a orderly socialist nation, because the society is ours and we belong to the society. That's why we have to maintain good relationship with each other for creative welfare society. After that, what sovereign. What is sovereign? Okay, what is sovereign means supreme power. Supreme power means India is a sovereign state or nation. Means India has the supreme power to make the laws own self. Okay, to make the laws in a single hand. No need of any what foreign countries or any other nations to create any laws. That India has the supreme power to create its own laws for her citizens. So the term sovereign used for the supreme power of our nation, our country. Okay, after that, secular. India is a secular state. India is a secular nation. Why? What does it mean? What is the meaning of the word secular? Okay, listen carefully. That there is no state religion or nation religion. Means different type of religious people are lived here, live in India, like Hindus, Muslim, Jainist, Buddhist, then Christians. Okay, different kind of religious people are live here, and every religious people has equal right. Means the government of India, according to the constitution, the government of India don't what give what special privileges to any religion. Means there is no state religion. Every religion and every religious people are equal before law. Okay, this is known as what secularism or secular state. India is a secular state, means there is no special privileges for a particular religion. Every religions are equal in front of law, in front of Indian constitution, and every religious people are also equal before law. That's why what India called as a secular state, or India called as a what secular nation. After that, democratic. So in standard 6th and 7th, we had already studied about what is democracy, what are the types of democracy. Okay, so I hope it is easy for you to get this point. Democratic means here the democratic form of government is established, and in this form of government the people are the real ruler, or the citizens are the what rule maker. Okay, in this form of government citizens has the right to what give the vote and choose the appropriate or suitable representatives for them. That's why in India the democratic form of government is ruled by the people. Here the what people or the citizens are the real ruler. They choose their what appropriate representative to rule over them. That's why we can say that India is a democratic nation, because in India every citizen has the right to give vote and choose the appropriate what representatives or rule themselves. Got it? Then the important term, one of the important term is what? Republic. India is a republic state. Republic state means in India a representative, okay, chosen by whom? Chosen by the citizens. Okay, this representative or the process through a representatives can elect by the people. Okay, this process is known as what? Republic. Means by public vote a representative can elect, okay, and what? Take the opportunity, take the responsibility to what? Rule over the citizens. Got it? Means the election procedure by through the people or the citizens able to give vote to the what? Right representatives who will work for them for welfare for the society. Got it? So these are the important terms, okay, which are take place in our constitution as well as our in preamble. Got it? So after the preamble, let's have a look at objectives of Indian Constitution. What objective of Indian Constitution? What are the objectives of Indian Constitution, and you can say the aims of Indian Constitution. Okay, provide justice to the citizens. Provides justice to the citizens. In which field? In social field, in economical field, or in economic field, as well as in political field. Okay, this is the first aim of Indian Constitution, that it promises that the Indian Constitution provide justice to the every citizens of India on basis of social matter, economic matter, as well as in political matter. Okay, then equality, liberty, okay. The aim of Indian Constitution, or one of the important objective of Indian Constitution, is what? Equality. It provided equality to every citizens, mean the facilities, the privileges, okay, which are executed by Indian Constitution, okay. These what facilities are meant for every, okay, every citizen who what live in a society, and they have also what liberty, means freedom of thought, freedom of speech, freedom of expression. Got it? Then about fraternity. Sure, fraternity. Ancient fraternity. Fraternity means brotherhood. Means Indian Constitution, okay, the aim of Indian Constitution to maintain brotherhood feelings or fraternity idea of fraternity in the mind and heart of every Indian citizens. Okay, the Indian Constitution trying to what? Trying to unite the Indians, okay, in a fraternity manner. Got it? So these are the important objectives, or you can say the aims of Indian Constitution. Got it? After that, what are the features of Indian Constitution? Features of Indian Constitution. Okay. The first feature or first speciality of Indian Constitution is what? It is the longest written constitution of the world. Okay. Longest written constitution of the world. So Indian Constitution is the longest, you can say the largest written constitution of the world. Okay, the Government of India Act 1935 served as the fundamental governing document before the Indian Constitution was adopted by the Constituent Assembly on 26 November 1949. Okay, from beginning or from on what 1935 a act was passed by what Indian Constitution, and it was adopted by Constituent Assembly. Okay, Constituent Assembly means the governing body, the body, okay, who were created what Indian Constitution. Okay, and in that act, in the act of 1935, okay, served as a fundamental governing document. Okay, the Constitution is the what? Fundamental governing document according to the act of 1935. Okay, the Constitution is the governing document, means through the Constitution, okay, a government can govern a territory or nation. Okay, from the beginning, Indian Constitution had how many articles? 395 articles. Okay, from beginning, when it was implemented, executed, okay, the Indian Constitution had what? 395 articles, means 395 types of laws were there. Okay, and these were divided in 22 parts. and its schedules were given. Okay, from the beginning part of Indian Constitution. But nowadays Indian Constitution has 495 articles. Okay, present. articles. Then it has divided in 25 parts and 12 schedules are there. Okay, as well as 5 appendices. Appendices means the extra information about Indian Constitution are also to placed in Indian Constitution nowadays. Okay, so these are the features, these are the special features of our Indian Constitution, that it is the longest written constitution of the world. Okay, and through the Act of 1935, okay, the Constitution proclaimed that, or the Constitution by the Constituent Assembly, okay, it was declared that the Constitution is the governing document. Okay, through the Constitution a government can govern the citizens, govern the nation. Okay, from the beginning the article, there were 395 articles in Indian Constitution. Okay, which were divided in 20 parts and 8 schedules were there. Okay, but nowadays in present time Indian Constitution had 495 articles. Okay, these are divided into 25 parts and 12 schedules are there. And one more thing, 5 appendices means 5 extra informations are also there to give extra information about Indian Constitution. Got it? After that, many types of social evils are also a criminal offense. Okay, a crime in front of laws of Indian Constitution, like the sati pratha, like child marriage. Okay, like the widow system, or like the parda system. This type of activities, this type of work are a common criminal offense in front of Indian Constitution. Means this type of activities, if this type of activities are performed by the people, performed by the citizen, then they will be punished by the Indian Constitution. So this type of special features, special provisions, okay, are take place in Indian Constitution. Got it? So many types of social evils banned by Indian Constitution, like sati pratha, then parda system, then untouchability, and many provisions, many laws are also formed to extract or to ban social evils, like dowry. Okay, the Dowry Prohibition Act was passed in 1961 to protect the girls. Okay, protect the women. Okay, after that the Atrocity Act was passed in 1989. Okay, what is law? The STs and SC class people, means the weaker section of our society, are protected by the Constitution. Okay, so many types of laws are formed, many types of laws are implemented or executed by Indian Constitution, to make a welfare society, to make a welfare nation. Got it? Then another features or another what speciality of our Indian constitution, that it declares India is a federal country, India is a federal nation. Federal. Indian constitution declared that India is a federal nation. Why India called is a federal state or federal nation? So what is the meaning of federal? Okay, in India there are three types of government can rule. One is central government, state government, and local government. Means the powers, okay, the works are divided among central government, state government and local government. So this type of governmental system, okay, this type of governmental is known as federal form of government. That's why India called as a federal nation through the Constitution of India. After that, the parliamentary form of government is also worked here. So what is the parliamentary form of government? Parliamentary. We have the basic knowledge that parliament combined of two houses that are what? Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Okay, these two houses are combined parliament. Got it? So that's why you can call what? Call that Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, these two houses are created parliamentary form. So we can call that the parliamentary form of government is what in India. Okay, like the Vidhan Sabha and Vidhan Parishad. Vidhan Sabha is the what? Parliament of our parliamentary form of government in a center. Then Vidhan Parishad is work in what? State level. Got it? Then after that, many provisions, many laws, rules are formed for what? Minority class people as well as the poor class people, to protect them, to ensure the development of their society, their life. Okay, so what are the laws? Like what? The Atrocity Act was passed in 1989 to protect the ST and SC class people. Okay, just like the Minority Act, of different types of Minority Act was passed in India for protection of minority class people. Minority, who are minority? Okay, the number of people who are lived in less number. Okay, the number like the Muslim people, like the Christian people. Okay, like what? The Buddhist people, Chinese people, these people are what? Minority group in our nation, in our India. So that's why Indian Constitution created different types of what? Provisions, different types of laws to protect them. Okay, such as what? In election or in governmental system, okay, the seats are reserved for minority class people. Minority class people as well as what? ST and SC class people also. Okay, the seats are reserved what? In governmental system. After that, in education field also, okay, through the provisions, the minority and SC, ST, SC class people take what? Easily admission in every institution, because in the institution, okay, there are also the seats are reserved for them according to the provision of Indian Constitution. Okay, in the field of jobs also they got what facilities, they got privileges through Indian Constitution. So this type of what provision were made by Indian Constitution. This type of provisions are what implemented, executed by Indian Constitution to protect the minority class people in our society. What is? So this is all about the first chapter, the rule of Constitution of India and need of laws or need for laws. I hope you all are get the points easily. Okay, after our in our next class we will discuss or we will start a new chapter from your history section. Thank you. Have a nice day.